you're into that woman, you kind of want to help her out, and then what can I do? You lose it because you feel for her, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's your child coming and say, and they're crying in agony, right? So Lord will give you something to teach your mind. Imagine, right? Because we don't know what it's gonna be like, but just imagine what's it gonna feel like.
Yeah.
And the brother earlier, the scarce will be saved. The verse like will be saved by scarcely will be saved, right? So you be worried, man. You see that two things jacket aside you, and you worried. Hope that ain't me. Hope that ain't me, man. He's crying, bawling his eyes out, and getting dismantled.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And they shall not escape. Right? So the ones who can escape are those ones who reject this truth, who loathe this truth, and who hates the name.
Beautiful.
You see what I'm saying? So you can claim that you're in this truth, you know this truth, but you reject the name. How you reject the name when Proverbs 18:10 says the Lord is a strong tower? You know what I mean? And the righteous runneth to it. The name is important, man.
It's true. Yeah, those people are running on fumes, if they have any fumes left. But beautiful, you brought it out. I was just going to read it. It says, while they had yet liberty. So they sacrificed, if I may say, because of their wicked loss, the liberty, the freedom that they have in Yahweh Shem Shai, they traded in for the security of the arm of flesh, which is basically simply taking the vaccines, like you fake pastors. You're just doing the job, telling your congregation that you can take the chip. Some of you say they can take the vaccines. With all the information that's coming out on the vaccine, right? Vaccines, what it's all about. I had the vaccine before most of you who were in the truth. Okay, I had that years ago, 40 years ago, and it destroyed me. The Lord delivered me from it. So there's nothing you can tell me or the men of the Lord to take these vaccines. Okay, and the chip that's coming. All right, because you gave up you're basically double-minded, right? That's what James says. So that's the action of a double-minded man. That's what we've been talking about all along. And it came back again. Okay? But without going on anymore, but pretty much that's what it is.
That's right. Old Isaiah 31 and that.
And I was just going to say to what the elder was saying earlier, because these pastors, they say they can take the vaccine. Well, in the same book they're reading, it's against the law. You're not supposed to make any cuttings in you. And to get the vaccine, you actually have to cut your skin. So whether how we feel about it or not, it's just against the law. It's the law that the Most High set up, right? You want to read that precept back?
It's basically about they're trusting
The arm of flesh.
The arm of flesh, which is like the government, right? Because the flesh just means you're carnal. So everything about this is about carnality. Nothing to do with spirituality, because we have our mask on right now. We're wearing our the COVID-19 mask. That's the scriptures. That's Yahweh Shem Shai. That's our it's
the armor.
Armor, man. I mean, so you might have to need to go in the store because we live in this man's kingdom. So you might have to do some stuff put up your shirt over your nose or you might have to wear a mask. You know what I mean? But do we believe in this mask? The issue of death is after Most High's, man. You know what I mean?
Jeremiah 21:8.
Gone. So on the first part, because he said trusting whatever Isaiah 31.
Isaiah 31:1, and it reads, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt."
Okay, stop. So that's all I want to talk about precept there, because that will go into like war and whatever. But woe unto them, right? So you people who are trusting in Egypt, man, this ideology, about getting back to work, slavery, because that's what you're doing, man. You're working for nothing, for peanuts. Right. Before I came to camp, this Israelite in the world sent me a clip about people taking the money out of Esau's bank and doing black banking, right? And at the same time, he sent me that this little sort of what comes meme, not meme, it's like a little 1 minute video. Sent me one of the things. So my reply to him was now, how is that working up for him now that the white man has locked you down? You put your millions of dollars in here now. How did it benefit you? This man have everything locked down. You can say your money ain't worth no good, and it's nothing. You're gonna back up the system. So you thought we want to make banking black banks. First of all, those are black people, man. What's wrong with you people, man? Those are black people. You're Israelite, Native Americans, so-called Negroes, right? And Hispanics, man. Okay.
I got a precept at the back of where you were saying, if I can bring that out. This is Ephesians 6:10, and it says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, and in the power of his might. But put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, which comes from, the armor comes from the understanding of the scriptures, because like the brother said, yeah, we might have to like put stuff over our face being out there, but we don't believe in it. We know that salvation comes through understanding of the scriptures and enduring to the end. Right? And then it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against rulers of darkness in this world. Hence why we make these videos.
Done.
You know what I mean? 'Cause we're wrestling against the rulers of this world.
Done.
You know?
And Moses getting heads up.
Yeah.
Because he made them.
Come.
He said, listen, man, over here I made some demons,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, to like mess with everybody else. I'm telling you, right? That's what's happened over there. So, oh, okay, he gave you heads up. Because Moses would not do nothing unless to the prophet of the Lord.
Yeah, come.
You know, he would do nothing.
Yeah.
And nothing means nothing. He said, hey, you know, Malak, over there, there's some time bomb over there.
Yeah.
Walk around this way.
Yeah.
And everybody's getting blown up. I said, why is Malak going that way? You know what I mean?
Well,
That's right.
that's that liberty.
God,
Right?
you know what I mean?
While they had liberty, yet they loathe.
God, man.
And then it says, darkness of this world against spiritual wickedness in high places. You know?
God.
So 2nd Esdras 9 and 14.
And high places means the top of the pyramid, man. I mean, because them elites are up there and crap rolls downhill.
Yeah.
Right? So everyone's getting the movie
Platform.
platform, yeah. You know what I mean? It goes downhill, man. So like Esau's a wicked bastard, man. He's on the top.
Shitting on everybody else.
And Edomites too, because just below him is the Edomites. We're at the bottom, man. Like we're the most loathed nation on earth.
That's right.
Everyone hates the so-called Negroes, man. Everyone,
Yeah.
right? Even within Israel, the so-called northern tribes hate the dark skin one because their skin color. Because Etha put that thing in mind. The darker you are, the worse you are, man. When it's contrary to that, right?
It's physical too.
It's
Spiritually, you know, spiritually we're the chosen nation
God.
through the remnant.
God,
But physically, yeah, we're the butt of every
God,
joke.
everything.
We're on the very
Right.
low of everything.
and
You know,
that's
we-
why
We
so-
look
so-
slack. We look messed up. Our people are homosexuals. You know, we don't look like the city of the Most High
God.
at all.
And that's why they have the wheats and the tares scripture there, because like this so-called white man left his seed in there. So you got people saying, "Oh, you're Puerto Rican, you know, you're Israelite." You gotta remember, man. Like within there, the Spaniards left a lot of his seed in there.
That's why there's wheat and tares.
And that's why they hate you so much. They say, "Oh, he's one of us." No, listen, man. They're gonna straight Spaniard mentality. He's not. He's like, I'm a black. I'm a black.
You mentioned a great point. That's also inside of what you said. You said it, but I couldn't, well, because you said there's so many truth coming out, but that's part of the sifting.
God.
That's part of the sifting. You mentioned something to that effect.
God.
Because Lord is actually sifting.
God.
Right? Because you mentioned the remnant within the remnant. You kind of say it a different way. But that's a sifting as well. Ultimately, the Lord is sifting.
Yeah.
Okay? You know, anyway, read on. What you got?
Verse 15, and it says, or verse 14, then answered I and said, I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than them which shall be saved.
Well, 2/3 are greater than 1/3.
Exactly.
It don't take much science.
Simple
It's simple math, man. 2/3 is greater than 1/3.
Ashar, can you get me Zechariah 13 and 8? While
Bam.
brother's reading? Yeah, just read that because that links with that scripture about saved.
And hence
Go
the
ahead.
word remnant. You know, it's remnant because when you look up the word remnant, that's the very little at the end,
Remainder.
the remainder of everything. So that goes to the point of what I just read. More will perish than be saved. This world is given to Esau, so it makes sense that it would be more people would be destroyed because more wicked. You know.
Go ahead, read.
It's, Zechariah 13 and 8, they read, and it shall come to pass that in the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein should be cut off and die, but the third should be left therein. Verse 9. And I will bring the third part through fire, and I will refine them as silver, as refined, and I will try them as gold, as tried. They should call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they should say, the Lord Yahweh is my God.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, hey, two-thirds, that's a great number. 66%, that is really prefiguring what's going to happen in America, right? And there's another prophecy that shows you what happens in the four corners, right? And the Lord's going to take a two-third out of the four corners, but that's another lesson. It's on my channel, and the apostles have already put up the powerful video on the four-corner number versus the what's going to happen in America. That's actually talking about North America, okay?
Oh, huh.
Yeah, okay.